The anticipation was building and holding the atmosphere by its emotions. And when it came to time to board, on one end, havoc born of shortfalls in logistical planning. On the other hand, a more civil picture, entry using dummy tickets. And after boarding and waiting for the head of state to get in, at exactly 11:11 a.m. East African time, the inaugural roll on the standard gauge railway began. And the excitement was alive and evident, cutting across the ages and social standing.
Safari is very exciting.
Why?
Because like now I can see the climate of this area, and I can see as in huku naona venye mimea yao venye inakaanga sika kwetu.
The landscape. Also I've enjoyed the gadgets that we've been given because we are able to take photographs that will help us, as in like they'll help us to preserve the memories of this place. Yeah.
Hapana, sijawahi kupanda, hii ndio mara yangu ya kwanza. Yeah, nimeipenda sana. It is very comfortable. Yeah.
I think it's really a great leap. I think for us, having traveled globally and been other trains and now seeing this in Kenya, it's almost like deja vu moment, you know?
The ride so far has been phenomenal. Clearly, it's really different from the ride that I had years ago on the Madaraka Express, which is the old one. We have seen a lot of people waving at the side of the tracks, a lot of school kids, a lot of people in the various towns we've gone through.
The train stopped first at Mariakani, and the next stop, which was the president's first drop-off point to address Wananchi, was at the Voi station. Then on to Mtitwande station for another brief address. All the while, passengers were not allowed to exit the train, so they continued to enjoy the experience, and this cut across the carriages. As the train largely moved at speeds between 105 and 120 kilometers per hour, passengers were served with something to eat. And as they ate, they could enjoy the scenery that is Kenya as well as the wildlife. For some, it was the first time, and so the fascination was even more. But for others, it may not have been, but nonetheless, they were excited.
Oh, the scenery. That's another thing. The scenery is amazing. It's like you're in the park. You really are like in the park and you're in the train. I saw elephants, I saw antelopes, I saw zebras. It's been an amazing process, and you don't see them too far off. They're so close. The train's capacity is 1,260, and from the look of things, it was full to capacity. This excludes the staff, meaning that this is perhaps the biggest movement of passengers at once in Kenya's history. And after two other impromptu stopovers and food still being served, many marveled at the way alternative means of transport were clearly slower than the train. After one of his addresses, the head of state went to meet the children on board and then came and had a press briefing expressing his own feelings about the inaugural ride.
But I actually feel grand. I think it's wonderful. A new experience. It's awesome. Yeah? So we can be in agreement that it's awesome. Yeah?
And we are finally here in the county of Nairobi. Thank you very much. 7 hours and 47 minutes, 5 stopovers and multiple contours later, we are here on the inaugural trip of the standard gauge railway riding train. Dann Mwangi, NTV, from Mombasa all the way to Nairobi.